never slow up. No, I don't take shit, I got no love for the fakeness. If you wanna play tough and wanna hate this, I'll always show up.
Alright guys, today is shoulders, biceps day for me today. I want to show you guys exactly what I like to do on my shoulders and biceps day. It's honestly one of the most important days for me because I think it's the two muscle groups that I'm trying to grow the most. So I'm going to jump right into it, show you guys exactly what I like to do. Starting off with, I like to do a seated military press. You can do this with the dumbbells. You can do this with the barbell. You can do it with an easy bar. I have an easy bar that I can plate load, and I really like to do it with that because I can keep my arms kind of back where, you know, we can get a good stretch at the bottom on the delts. And then when I press up past my face, I can hold the bar so that it's a little further away from my face. I'll show you guys exactly what I'm talking about. I'm gonna start off really light. This is like 60 pounds just to do a little warm up. Keeping my midsection relatively straight up and down. I'm coming down below my chin, getting a bit of a stretch at the bottom. And we're gonna press all the way up. I don't like to maybe do a full lockout at the top, but with this lighter weight, you kind of have to. Always gonna do warm-ups, guys. If you don't warm up, that's how you get hurt. Hear the stuff cracking and everything. I'm not properly warmed up yet, so treating it like a normal set. Focusing on the delts. All right, there we go. So blood flowing into the delts. Try not to do too much tricep pressing, really focusing on the delts. It's a really important muscle if you really want to look muscular and you want to get a good width, shoulder to waist width ratio, waist to height ratio, whatever you want to call it. We're looking for that 1.62. And I don't know if I'm quite there yet. I might need a little bit more delt to get to 1.62, maybe a little bit less waist. But anyways, that's going to be the first exercise we do. After I do about 3 working sets of this, we'll jump into a preacher curl for the biceps, get a good stretch at the bottom, and we're just focusing on progressively overloading over time here. So gonna look back at my previous shoulder and bicep day here. And the last shoulder and bicep day we did was, our first working set was 110 pounds on this bar. We did that for 11. So I'm not feeling quite that strong today, to be completely honest with you. But I'm gonna load it up to 110 and try to get at least 8 reps. So we've got 60 on there now. We need the 25 pounders. Where are they? Here's one right here. And we got the other one. So now we've got 110 on here. Fair amount of weight. Crank that down. Grab myself a sip of water, pushing the fluids during every lift. Some deep breaths here. We've got 110 on the bar. 110 for how many? Let's see. So I want to focus on control, but I want to focus on really getting a good stretch at the bottom and then pressing with my delts. It's very important to press with the delts. All right, let's see what we can get here. I'm expecting to get somewhere ballpark 8 to 9, maybe 10. Feel a little weak. All right, let's get it. That's all I got. All right. I like to give myself the half reps. So we did 11.5 for that first set. That's a good set. You know, we did a little more than we did last week for that first set. It was a good set. Now we're gonna jump from that up to a $120. And last week we did 120 for 5. So let's try to get 6 for 120. We gotta get 5s on there. I got one here, and I've got one here. So let's load it up and see. Let me just make sure the camera is still good and recording. Yeah, we're recording. Do we have audio? We have audio, yeah. Cool. It's all good and well. Guys, if there's one thing you can do for me today, hit the like button and please subscribe to the channel. I'm trying to get to 50 subs so I can live stream this. Should be a little bit easier for me, you know, instead of having to do, you know, editing, uploading. It'd be fun if I could just live stream. So please, please, please subscribe, support the channel. I just want to help other people get into the best shape that they can possibly get in naturally. I want you guys to do it natural. Don't take steroids or anything like that. It's not necessary to be in good physical form. All right, here we go. Pushing the fluids, as always. Okay, so this will be set 2 right here, and then we'll have, man, this thing is a little messed up. Let me fix this. I'm trying to wear the right necklace for this. That's probably a little better. It kind of is a tough spot because the bar is gonna hit that on the way down, but so I gotta have the audio. Got a light pump going so far, not crazy. I feel a little bit flat today, a little small, not very lean, but is what it is. We gotta get after it. 120 pounds on the, I think, 60, 50, and 10. Yeah. 120 on the bar. Let's get 6 clean reps. Not counting that last one, so 7 reps. That's a pretty good set. We beat ourselves from last week pretty good on that. Okay. Oh, actually, but that third set last week. Okay. So yeah, we're gonna stay at 120 for this next set here, and then we're just gonna move on. For the sake of time, bringing the intensity. It's gonna be a relatively quick workout. I know the shoulders and biceps are important right now for the physique. However, there are a lot of other tasks that need to be done today, including but not limited to editing and uploading this video, as well as maybe some reels as well. Got to get to 50 subs, guys. Come on, help me out. Okay, so pump is coming in pretty good. I feel pretty strong, not crazy strong, but pretty strong. Definitely felt a little stronger than this, but this is pretty good. We're gonna do one more set. So in the last set, we're going really hard on this one. I might lose a little bit of form trying to get the extra repage, and that's okay. We just want to get those reps up. I think the stretch, this is kind of infringing on my stretch a little bit. I think maybe the next set I could throw it around back. You guys just won't be able to hear it as much. I think I will. Throw it around back and then I'll start doing it because, although is that going to be in my way? Yeah, sorry for the weird noises, guys. Kind of choking me there a little bit. Whatever, we're just going to leave it in the front. Okay, so this will be final set. We did 7 on our last set, so we got to try to get at least 6. Maybe 6.5 will be acceptable. All right, let's get it. Damn. Only got 5. That was really weak. But hey, it's better than nothing. Now, let's move on to the preacher curl. Whew. All right, I might slide you guys over just a smidge real quick for the preacher curl. So we have to acquire our preacher curl setup here. A little attachment just slides in. Okay, so that's good. And we're gonna drop the weight. Gonna warm up with just 10s. It'll be, what is that, 40 pounds? Yeah, warm up with about 40 on the bar total. It's a 20-pound bar, so 20 and 20 is 40. Okay, there we go. Nice and light. I'm gonna get a dumbbell so the back of this doesn't lift up. Oh. Don't want weights flying around. All right, let's start with just a light warm up here. Gonna focus on a stretch, contraction, stretch, contraction. Not my favorite exercise, but I think it is important for the biceps growth to get that stretch down here at the bottom of the movement, because we don't always get that good stretch down there, and this is very efficient at achieving it. So I'm gonna have to look at the notebook and see what my last session had. Just treating this like a normal set, right? We know this is light, it's not heavy at all, but we want to focus on getting the stretch, focusing on the biceps, the whole movement. Actually gets pretty tiring if you keep going. I'm gonna stop though. So we're focusing on getting some hypertrophy and getting stronger from last week. So last week we did 60 for 10 on our first set. So let's get up to 60 pounds. Just need to throw 10s on. I already have those right here. Grab the 10s, get them on there. And we're going to hopefully get 10 reps. Set 1 of 3. Guys, I used to do so much volume. Back in the day, I used to do, man, like 5 sets of everything. And I still do 4 sets most of the time. Today's a little bit rushed, so I'm not gonna do a full 4 sets of everything, but I think 3 for me is good enough if I can bring the intensity. So let's try and get nice, good, clean reps, big stretch, good contraction. Going for, how many reps we go for? 10? 10 plus. Oh, feels very light, so it should be no problem at all. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, stop at 12. That was a lot. Definitely stronger than I was last week. Maybe I was just weak last week. 12 reps. All right, now we're gonna jump up. Last week we did, I think 71 pounds we jumped to. So we'll do that same thing. And we did 8 last week. Let's see if we can beat 8. So this is 60 pounds, and I have 5.5 pound dumbbells, or not dumbbells, plates that will go on the side of this. And that will bring us up to 71, wherever that one is. There it is right there, see it. Oh, got it, got it. All right, 5.5 pounds to each side. Loading it up. There we go. Man, I need a sec. Biceps are feeling it from that. Pump is, it's coming along, but it's not what it usually is. I didn't eat that much food today. I did not eat enough carbs to get like that fullness that I usually would have. That's okay though. Oh crap, I forgot to get food out for dinner. I'm just now realizing that I don't have anything thawed. That's a huge problem. I'm gonna have to eat eggs. Oh, okay, yeah, I mean, I'm not pumped at all today. Definitely not feeling it to the extent that I usually am. I feel flat, very flat, but we're doing it, we're here. I look tan, at least. Been in the sun a lot, so I look tan. Not burned, but tan. Okay, so I don't know if I need to keep talking to you guys or not. We got 18% battery on the camera. Yeah, I mean, if you guys want to stick around and see the whole video, I can just keep it going. I guess I can't really tell because I can't talk to you. But regardless, if you're liking what you see and if you want to support the channel, support the natural lifting movement, come on, subscribe, please. Hit the like button. I would appreciate it a lot. All right, set number 2. 71 pounds. Did I write it down? I did. Let's see. I'm thinking we're gonna get between 8 and 10. I'll put the pads back on here. These are supposed to be down here. All right, here we go. Let's get 9. Damn, only 8. Gosh, I thought I could have gotten more there, but that's all I got. 8 reps. We're pretty clean though. And we'll do that one more set, and then we'll do delt raises. And then we'll jump into our bicep finishing workout. And then, what else do we have to do? Is there something else? I think there was something else I had to do in addition to that. I think that's gonna be it today. Don't need to go too crazy. I might even, I don't wanna slack off too hard, but I don't wanna be too depleted today. I have a lot of stuff I still need to do. We're gonna leave this as is. We'll do our 3rd set, and then we'll jump into the dumbbell raises on the laterals. I love doing those. It's always a good sesh when you get those in. Oh, man, hurting. No music today too because we're on the camera. So we're just gonna rock with it. All right, man, yeah, the pump is definitely coming in a little bit. My biceps, when they get pumped, they don't look good, which is kind of weird. they just get all full of blood and filled up, and there's like nothing to them, you know, like they're just, you can't even tell they're there. I mean, they're there, but it's like you can't barely see them because it's just so pumped up. I guess like that's a better way to show them would be like this for me when they're pumped, because you can kind of squeeze them against your chest. But yeah, also the lighting over here is better. I would typically stand over here, I think. Yeah, that's the difference. The difference is that the lighting is just way, way better over here. Look at this, ready? Look at that lighting. You can see all the striations of the delt, which makes me look way leaner compared to over there, where we have, you know, not as good lighting. Okay, so we're okay. We don't look too flat today. I was kind of wrong about that. I was wrong. I stand corrected by myself. The lighting right here is just not as good. But yeah, we want that big, wide look, lats out, delts up. Boom. All right. Third set, let's get it. Bring in the intensity here. Get the stretch at the bottom. 1, 2, 3, 4. Oh my gosh. I gotta stop there. 6 reps. Weak, very weak, but is what it is. It's fine. It's over. Next thing, dumbbell, lateral raises. Oh, glad to be done with those. I don't want to do too much of the biceps today. Oh, man. Still have technically two more exercises for biceps as well, and I'm not looking forward to that. Not one bit am I looking forward to that. Okay, so I've just been doing these standing up. We can move this now. I'm not gonna need those, most likely. So, I'm just gonna move this back because it's kind of in my way. I usually stand right around here. We're gonna start real light, start with the 10s. I have to get warmed up properly. I know I'm already warmed up from the other workouts that I just did, other exercises, but I really, really think it's important to just get nice and warmed up, nice and limber, especially for anything that involves your shoulder muscles. You know, those joints just can have so many issues if they're not properly warmed up. I've been trying to work on, oh, that scared me. I'm trying to work on my form on these, and to be completely honest, I'm still not really satisfied with where I've come to. I see a lot of people do, you know, bent arm where they're like this more, and I kind of feel the connection, but it just looks kind of silly to me, you know. I like the idea of like a slight bend, and then lift it up to the side. Just did 12 there. So I'm not gonna count that as a set. I'm just gonna do 2 more. I really don't wanna do too much today. I went for a run today, had a busy day at work, and I've got a busy day ahead of me still, and I don't have a watch on me, but it's getting kind of late, so I need to move this along. I also only have 13% battery left on the camera right now, so you guys are only with me for another 15 minutes anyways. So we're gonna do 2 sets working with this today, just because, you know, the gym, unfortunately for me, at least as of right now, doesn't make me any money. So it has to get lowered slightly on the priority list. My health is above the gym, right? And I went for a run this morning. I've eaten pretty good today. You know, I've done plenty of physical activity, I would say. Got the step count probably well above 10K on a day like today. So I feel good health-wise, but you know, the gym goals are unfortunately not as important as other things right now. So if you guys hit that subscribe button, hit the like button, it would help me out a lot because it could make me possibly be able to earn revenue from lifting weights, which is kind of the objective here, guys, in addition to helping you guys out. If you're a natural lifter and you're looking for the best tips to get in great shape, you're in the right place. So dumbbell lateral raises. Last week we did 20 for 16, and then 25 for 15, and then 25 for 16. So we're just gonna jump straight to the 25-pound dumbbell right now. Let's try to get 16 reps clean. So typically that means I probably did like 10 to 12 clean. And then I probably did 5 or 6 cheat reps if I had to put money on it. So let's get 10 clean and then do 5 shit ones. 1, 2, 3, 4. I feel like I did like 7 clean and the rest were like kind of crappy. Oh man, that kind of sucks. I'm gonna say 8 in parentheses 15, and then we'll do it again, and then we'll jump to our seated. I guess it would technically be like an incline curl or whatever. Decline curl, I don't know. Will be next, and then dumbbell hammer curl. And that's gonna do it, which is exciting. Almost be done. So yeah, if you're trying to build, you know, big shoulders, it's important to acknowledge that there are 3 heads on the shoulder. You can kind of see if I go like this, little line right here. You've got your, I think this is called the anterior head of the delt. Then you've got your, whatever the, I don't know the name, the scientific name for the middle delt, but we'll just call it mid delt, kind of stretches through here. And then you've got your rear delt in the back, which you can probably kind of see back there moving a little bit. I don't have very good rear delts. I'm trying to grow them actually, matter of fact. And I actually do rear delts on my back day because it just feels like a back day movement to me. So I just do the front 2 heads on my shoulders and biceps day. And then I do the, whatever, this one, posterior delt or whatever. Or maybe I have this wrong, posterior, anterior. I had it backwards. Posterior, anterior, I think. Whatever, rear delt. It doesn't matter that much, right? It's just, there's 3 of them. Hit them all, right? You want big shoulders, work every part of it out. Same thing with your chest, right? You want a big chest, you can do your upper chest and your lower chest. You gotta do it, right? I mean, if you got a big lower chest, you maybe just wanna do upper chest. I feel like the right look is just upper chest anyways. Big chest is a big chest, I guess. I don't know. Biceps, you got your short or long head, and you got your short head, right? You actually probably can kind of see that maybe a little bit. Kind of see the break is right here between those 2. Tricep, you know, you got your long head, short head, I guess. I don't know if that's the right terminology, but you got to train them both, right? You can do this one for this part, and you do like this one for this part. So, last set of this. Let's try to get 10 clean. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. So weak today. Oh, actually I might keep these. That was terrible. Oh, I'm embarrassed by that, guys. I don't really care. I don't really care too much what you guys think, but I think that that was crazy stupid that I could barely even get my arms above, like right here. So we're gonna have to go down next week so I can get my arms to parallel. Still got a good delt pump there. Let's take a look in the proper lighting here. Crazy what a difference good lighting makes when you're trying to, you know, flex. But it makes a huge difference. Look at those bicep veins, that is crazy. Anyways, moving on to some bicep stuff. I'm just gonna do 2 sets each of these. This is where we're at here. I am gonna start with the 20s because I don't wanna get injured. Even though I could definitely start with the 25s here. We're just gonna do 20s first. Get a nice little lean back, get a good stretch on the bis. Just gonna curl up, bring them all the way up. This is a warm up. We're just gonna do 2 working. So, do like 3 more. 1, 2, 3. Okay. Put these back, that was too light. Let's get 30s now. I think I probably should look at what I did last week, but I'm pretty sure I was playing with the 30s or 35s. Yeah, we did 30, we did 25 for 10, and we did 30s for 7. Excuse me. So we're gonna jump straight into the 30 pounders. We're gonna jump straight to 30 pounders, try to get at least 7 clean reps, and then maybe do 1 more set afterwards, and then we'll do 2 sets of hammer curls and done. Ooh. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. Call it 9. I could jump to the 35s based off of that set. Let's get a sip of water. Yeah, I'm moving pretty fast. This is a quick workout. I don't know how long we've been recording for. Let's see. About, I can't tell. Whatever. We're recording for a good bit of time. I kind of have to go pee, but we're gonna hold it because we're almost done. We just gotta get 35-pound dumbbells, 1 more set of that, and then we'll do hammer curls, hit the long head of the bicep, and then we will literally be finished, which is super exciting because then I can go do more work the rest of the day. Yeah, let's go. There's no rest for the wicked, guys. Gotta stay moving. Can't let the grass grow between your feet. It will entangle your toes and you'll be stuck there forever. So always try to get better, always be moving, growing, adapting. You guys know how it goes, you know how it is. I'm tempted to just do the 30s again because that felt kind of good. That felt like hypertrophy of the bis. I think I might just do the 30s 1 more time. Did I write it down, the number? Shit, I didn't write it down. Whatever. All right, last set of this. Then we'll do hammer curls and then we'll actually be finished. So this is how I usually end up hitting shoulders and biceps. And I've definitely gotten some gains over the years on the shoulders and biceps. This is relatively newer shoulder day, bicep day for me. I mean, it could be, you know, you can do dumbbell press, you can do standing barbell press, you can do machine press. You have to do a press and you have to do a raise. Those are the things you have to do them if you're trying to grow your shoulders. And you have to do curls if you want to grow your biceps. Not really have to, okay? I'm exaggerating this, but this is just what you should do if you're trying to grow these muscles. It's very, very simple hypertrophy, right? 6 to 12 reps, maybe even 15 reps if you've got really good cardio, but come on guys, 6 to 12 reps, getting stronger over time, doing more reps, more volume, progressively overloading, eating enough food. If you're trying to lose weight, eating less food. Like, this stuff is very, Very, very simple. It's just hard. So let's get it. It's not easy, but it's simple. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Yeah, 8. All right, 8. 2 more sets to go and we're done. All right, a little less than last set, but to be expected. And we'll start with the 30s for this set. Yeah, well actually, hammer curls I did 30 reps, or 30 pounds for allegedly 20 reps, which I'm assuming I must have done alternating. Yeah, let's just do, we'll do 1 set with the 30s. Actually, biceps are feeling it really. They feel really, honestly, like really tore up right now from this. Even though I didn't do that much volume, I really brought the intensity. My biceps are feeling it. Gosh, I'll show you guys how pumped up I am right now. This is crazy. It's not crazy, but we're pretty pumped up. It's definitely been crazier than this in the past, but give you guys a little bit of an idea of the pump here on the delts and the bis. Look at that bicep. Yeah, the peaks look pretty good in this lighting right here. But like I said, when I have a bicep pump, they don't look that good in the double bi pose. They look better down. You know, you can just see the size of them. They're not that big though. I need to get them bigger, more defined and bigger, whatever, all of the above. All right, let's do these hammer curls and then let's be done. We can go eat some food, which I don't have any made. We'll just get to grab the 35s. I know, I said I usually do a warm up, and I usually do, but I feel pretty warmed up for hammer curls. I like to sit straight up and down, no back support. I've been doing them alternating, so I'm gonna keep doing them alternating. If you can do them at the same time, do them at the same time, but I like to alternate, so 1, 2, oh man, it's heavy. 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. Gosh, that's way heavier. Way heavier than I thought that was gonna be. Man, that's super heavy. Oh gosh, guys, what am I thinking? Definitely did not have the ability to do that much weight there. Anyways, that's pretty much it. That's all you really need to do if you're trying to grow your shoulders and biceps. I mean, as long as you're progressively getting stronger, progressively putting more weight up or doing more reps, you know, those are the things that are gonna really bring you growth. Even just the smallest changes. You're gonna have weeks where you go backwards. For me, I have a lot of those. But in general, we're getting a little stronger, we're getting a little bigger. So I hope you guys enjoy this video. Appreciate you watching. Be sure to stay tuned for more. And as always, I'll see you on the next one.